Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala.
Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Stay in your own silence all the time. The field of action, this body mind complex, is just a play of consciousness. From the silence, you can observe it very clearly. This is the best seat in theater of this play. But if you leave the seat, go on a stage and start playing the role, thinking that you are that character, then you can't watch. You can be only one thing, an observer or an actor who believes that he is acting. All the suffering is when we think we are the actor. So, living in this body, playing the role, play it as an observer. Let the body mind do what they want to do, what they are destined to do. You never get involved. Stay as an observer. For some people, it might be difficult if they don't really know who is the observer, where is the silence within, and how to tap into it. So, first thing is to know what we really are. We really are this pure awareness which knows everything. which reports to you minute by minute in form of thoughts and feelings. Though it comes through a filter, but even the mind, which puts its own color, gets light from this consciousness. Nothing is hidden from this consciousness. When our mind is restless, we say our mind is restless. Who in us reports about mind as well? About feelings, about love, even about negative tendencies. The reporting to us comes with a filter of mind. But still you know that you can watch mind. When you're in anxiety, too much of stress, then you can't watch mind. In extreme anger, you can't watch mind. You become angry. With these emotions coming from the mind, you become those emotions and you lose your awareness. But at some stage in our life, we can watch these emotions coming out. And then it is a choice whether to act on these emotions and feelings or just watch them. When you watch, you are a winner, and when you act with them, you are a loser. Loser in a sense that you have left your seat, taking your role as real. You play with all attachments and then suffer. You always have a choice. This choice is lost when you are attached to the role. So the first step is dispassion, vairagya, non-attachment. Watch everything good and bad as you are not part of it. Make it your habit. Starting with simple things like whatever food is on your table, accept it with folded hands. Don't complain. And then big things in life, like a family tragedy, accept it with folded hands and never complain. Make this your habit. This will loosen your knot to this role player called as ego. Everything you get in life, take it as a gift, take it as a prasad of God, smaller or bigger, good or bad. Accept everything with gratitude. And thank God not only for good things, but even for bad happening. And pray to the God, even if you are feeling suffering of the loss, that you might be knowing more than me. Whatever you have given, I accept with folded hands. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't resist. Don't fight. You have been given a role. The script is already being written. Don't try to change the script. You only want to change things when you have an ego, when you think it's all real, when you think you are this body mind. You are always pure awareness, whether you know it or not. Who created this illusion? God. And who can remove this illusion? God. Then how can we practice? We can only practice to be in His grace. Only His grace can remove this veil. So the whole practice is to be in His grace. And how can you satisfy this God who is none other than you, within you? God and you are one. How can you be in your own grace? By paying attention to this purest of pure observer all the time. Paying attention to the witness all the time. Not interested in anything, anytime. From morning till you go to bed. Having a keen interest in this witness. I call it self-attention. Attention to this awareness without any attributes. This is practice. All what belongs to the ego and mind, you have nothing to do with it. Let all the feelings from the mind comes of lust, greed, anger, jealousy or whatever. You just stay as an observer without reacting, without complaining, and without owning anything. Don't blame yourself. You are pure awareness. You were never involved in this dirty game of this world. The body mind came from somewhere as they were destined to play this game. And somehow, in the middle of all this drama, you thought you were doing all these things. And because you thought that you were doing all these things, you took all the blame and credit. And because you took all blame and credit, you started your own account of karma, of your actions, good and bad. And because of this account, you started getting in this birth and death cycle and suffering. When it started happening, why it happened is none of your business. You should only be interested in getting out of this drama forever and set yourself free forever. You are always free. Remember this. You are never bound. One wrong notion and you are in cage. The opening outside this cage is this feeling of I amness, the observer. Be the perceiver who watches everything but never get involved. Sometimes you think you're watching and you're angry or with a lot of emotions. That is not watching. That is your mind watching your emotions. Never get befooled by your mind. Always remember the one in you who always takes your side is the devil in you, is the thief in you, the one who always takes pride in you, who believes on your story, the one who has compassion for this body mind is the devil in you. There is much, much bigger thing in you which has compassion for all the body minds in this world, for everything in this world. That is the real observer. That is you, impersonal being. That is pure awareness, untainted. That is the perceiver of perceivers. Nothing beyond it. You are that. Always stay as that. Recognize that, remember that, practice to be that. And slowly this practice will stop because this is your natural state. This is your Sahaj Avastha. You only have to practice for the time until you have this misconception that you're still body mind. But don't give up this practice till it becomes natural to you. Nobody knows how long it will take. Grace is already working for you. Otherwise, you will not be sitting here and listening to this. With grace of God, you're listening to these words of wisdom and you are capable of doing it. Let's now embark on this journey of staying as pure awareness. This awareness has no name. Some call it God, some call it self, Brahman. Truth, love, peace. Anyone can access to it. It's not locked with religious groups. It is same for everyone. You can listen to it, recognize it in your own silence. Worship this silence. The best worship is by attention. This awareness is the God principle in you, divinity in you. Tune into it by self attention. It is alive. It is formless. All the reporting, what I am doing, is my language, which can only know the after effects of it. So it cannot describe it. It always fell short of words. No words can describe it because it is before all the words, mind. It is the source. To know it, be it. This is the kingdom of God. This emptiness is the source of joy, unending bliss. Where there is no doership, land of inaction. Although the body mind might do things in a more divine way, but you, as pure awareness, are always still. There is no action to you. Even when the body mind you're carrying does things, you have no doubt that you're not doing anything. You're always in your own bliss without any baggage of doership, without even compulsion of doership, and no concern for the consequences of any work done by body mind. This is real freedom. This is liberation. This is self-abidance. Move your residence from ego to pure awareness, from hell to heaven. When someone speaks to you, When someone knocks your door, tell them you have changed your residence. Never speak like ego. Never behave like ego. Always stay as pure awareness. In your newly found home, where there is no difference between any body mind whatsoever, where you know that everything in this world is pervaded by pure awareness. Everything is godly, everything is pure. What appears is only ripples in this deep ocean of awareness. You are connected with everything. As the substrata is the same, this is not any bookish knowledge. This is your experiential knowledge. And once you are here, you know nothing needs to be fixed. Everything is in perfect order all the time. From here, you have the best view. Complaining mind has completely dropped. There are no dislikes. Just like your Facebook, everything is like. Everyone is your friend. You become the source of unconditional love. Just like sun, which gives its light and warmth to everything without any discrimination. Stay in this blissful state all the time, in your own perfect silence. Don't worry about your mind, thoughts, feelings, emotions, story. Let this awareness plan for you. plan for this body mind complex and accept everything with folded hands, with gratitude. The moment you become non-doer, you have a big realization that things were happening on their own, but you were the fool thinking that you were doing things. There is no doer. It was a case of mistaken identity. There is only one doer, the absolute power which is running this play. Have faith in that power. Come out from this doership and stay as pure awareness, just a mere witness. Don't believe on the running commentary going in your mind. You are much, much vaster and bigger than your mind. You are infinite, while your mind is only an instrument in this body-mind complex, just like billions of other body-mind complex. It is insignificant. This insignificant being wants to become significant and struggles to achieve things, wealth, name, fame, And this insignificant being has some sense organs and wants to enjoy life and running after sensory, sensual pleasures and gets suffering. This all is a trap. Exactly like animal hunters, they put trap to the animals. If you don't get interested in this bait of pleasure or senses, no one can trap you. Know the rules of this game and be free. The biggest weapon which you have is silence. Observe silence all the time. And silence will remind you that you are pure witness, uninvolved, untainted. Don't become party to your body-mind complex and start fighting for your own rights. Don't become party to a group. The soul is fake. This is conspiracy against you. You are the creator of your own world. And your world is not limited to immediate family. Everything what your open eyes see is your own creation. And then you take up this ego role and fight against other characters in this drama created by you. What an irony, what a pity, what a foolishness. You created everything and now fighting against your own characters. This is exactly what happens in our dream. We are lying in the bed, our mind creates a scene, and we start fighting against the scene created by us with other characters in the dream. When we wake up in morning, we realize our mistake. But every day we get into this dream and make this mistake again and again. We don't learn from our mistake. On waking up, this waking dream starts. And same thing we do. We fight against our own creation, characters around us. When this game will end, This game will end right now. You know that you are pure awareness. Always stay as a witness, and this will break this eternal looking dream. Tune your frequency into this awareness and be free. It is subtlest of the subtle, ever present. You just have to realize it, rediscover it, and stay like that. Bliss is your true nature. Peace, silence, love. You can call all these as your own qualities or your name. Nothing can be simpler than this. Recognize your true self. Be your true self. And enjoy this world, which is so beautiful. Enjoyment is not outside, it's all within. Sometimes we say to each other in a party or on your anniversary, enjoy yourself, enjoy your true self, I would say. You can only have real enjoyment when you are self. To differentiate from the ego, I call it true self, pure self, eternal self, godly self. Abide in yourself and enjoy yourself. There is no bigger enjoyment than this. Because you are in so much of bliss in this self, whomsoever you meet, come in contact, you can only spread bliss and love. You become the powerhouse, source of it. Enjoy this bliss. Om Shanti.